Yeah, I've done primarily one-off projects. I don't tend to do the same kind of thing over and over again. I'm not an expert in just putting this, system ABC in at all these different companies. Most of the time, there's been no real pattern. It's new ground. I like new ground. But it reminded me, recently I saw John Wick, and I think that John Wick has something to say about how we do project management, hopefully less destructively. But when they describe him,
John is a man of focus, commitment, sheer will.
and if I look at the projects I've done over the years, and some of them have been pretty big projects, those three things actually are pretty good. And I just wanted to just hit those three very quickly. Focus, it's keeping our eyes on the prize, keep our eyes on where we're trying to get to. I like having a session on success criteria and really getting together with the team early on and saying, okay, what does success look like? How will we know when we got there? When we get to the end, how will we determine that we should be pleased with this? And then keep our eyes on that. Focus. Everything is about how does this get us to our end? And if there's something that is being asked for that doesn't get us to that end, let's explore that a little bit. If the customer comes back and says, oh, I need you to take care of this for me, I need this thing, and that's not part of our success criteria, and assuming we did a good job on it, it's probably outside our charter. It's probably outside the requirements. Well, that's change. We deal with change, but we don't want to just get ourselves caught up where we say, okay, sure, we can do that, and then get change requested to death. So keep the focus. The focus is always on the end. The focus is always on getting to the end, on getting that success. Now, people will say, well, you have to think about your people and everything. And sure, we think about our people so we can get to the end. If we have a business in which we take good care of our people, but we don't accomplish anything, the business won't last, and our people are going to suffer because they're going to end up being out of a job. So it's not a popular thing to say right now, but in the end, we have to deliver. And that absolutely has to happen. And if there's a problem with the delivery that we say, well, this isn't something I care about, or I care about other things more than my customers' deliverables, maybe we should be in a different business. Or we need to find customers that we agree with. For me, if I take on a customer's case, I'm there to get their deliverables. I'm not there to get mine. That includes career stuff. I just want to get the stuff done. I don't need to worry about my career. Commitment. It's a little bit related. Focus is where we're looking, but commitment is that we have pledged ourselves to get this done. We're keeping our eyes on it because we've made that commitment. There are times that we have to make hard choices. There might be a lot of the time when I did a lot of traveling, and there were times that I needed to be on site. And it wasn't always convenient. And sometimes I just felt kind of sick of being on the road, but I have to go because I'm committed to it. And until I've achieved those success criteria, I have to keep going. So I'm committed to the success of the client, to the success of my customer. And the whole team buys into that. If the leader is committed and focused, the team will be committed. And the third one is sheer will. It's just sheer will says that we will get it done whatever it takes. And it takes sometimes a lot of creativity. I've been thrown some curveballs in my career. And, the next thing that happens is I get together with the leads and say, here's what we've got. And this is assuming it's not an option to say no. And sometimes it is. Sometimes, it can be outside scope. It could be something that wasn't really clear in the requirements, and we have to go back and have a conversation and say, given everything, we interpreted it this way. If that was our mistake, we have to own up to that. But this is going to take more effort, and we can't be working people ridiculous hours because their efficiency is going to go down. Whatever our standard hours are, that's what people have to work. I'm really not looking to expand hours. As they say, work smarter, not harder. Usually there's a clever way, and we have together on my teams, we have figured that out. So that's actually part of sheer will too, is we have to get it done. We're committed and we're focused, and we're just going to do whatever we have to do within the limits of decency, of course. So sometimes in these, we're so committed, we're so strongly oriented to this thing, that our will is so powerful to get it done, that we get very, very creative. And, part of that is we don't always have the option to buy more stuff, get more people, do a lot of other things. Sometimes we make do with what we've got, but we find new and creative ways to use things that are ordinary, kind of like John Wick used a pencil.
With a pencil.
To get things done. You use what you have. So there you have it. Focus, commitment, sheer will. And I think you can find ways to apply that in your projects. And hopefully you have greater success. Above all, keep your eye on what it is you're really trying to get done, and don't let anything else get in the way of that. Thank you.